I'm going to need someone to explain to me when desperation, class, and etiquette all share the same space. I'll wait. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. We are back. This is week number 3 of season 1 of Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm going to start right off with that thirsty ass, desperate ass goddamn Katie. This girl, I'm not even going to take up this whole review with her bullshit. She has gotten on my last nerves. Now, we only known her for 3 minutes. This is just the 3rd week. I'm just sick of this bitch. She's literally in a position where she is begging Andrew to ask her to marry him. Are you serious? Are you serious? He is not interested. He's not interested. And you're getting on his nerves. Fucking thirsty bitch. Just on and on and on and on and on. And we seen them in this episode and they're out talking about fundraising, and she's like, the circles that we circulate in, you have to be married. Well, why the fuck are you there? Because you're not. You're not married. You're not engaged. And I guess you don't belong here. So get the fuck on out. Go on out. He is not interested in marrying you. And then he turned around and he said, if you hadn't brought this up so much, we'd have been engaged 6 months ago. Because she done got on his nerves. And that constant push, 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 I'm sure it's probably scaring the hell out of him. Because you read Gold Digger. You completely read Gold Digger. And if I'm gay, and you would make sure that I stayed that way, I would run so goddamn fast in the opposite direction of your ass. Ridiculous. She's ridiculous, and she's irritating, and she's starting to get on my fucking nerves. They could just really, I don't even know what her point in the show is. She's just ridiculous. Old desperate ass bitch. Anyway, moving on. Next, we actually see Karen and Gizelle. They actually get together, and Karen has actually decided to apologize to Gizelle. Because really, if she doesn't apologize to Gizelle, how much screen time is she going to get, honey? No fuck wants to be bothered with her. But anyway, so she's like, this is just not the way we do things here at Potomac, and this, that thing, and the other. So she apologizes for what she did to Gizelle. Gizelle accepted. Then she tries to talk her into getting a sit-down meeting with Charisse. Gizelle's like, I apologize to Charisse. Fuck Charisse. I'm over it. And I don't blame her. I'd be over it too. Every time it keeps being brought up to Charisse is completely against beer. She doesn't want to bury the hatchet. It's like she's babysitting the idea of being at odds with Gizelle. Like it's to a point where I feel as though she's pretty entertained by wanting to be in it. You know what I mean? You want to be at odds with her. It's just ridiculous. And you just keep going on. It's like beating a dead horse. Man, fuck that. That's ridiculous. And I understand Gizelle's point of, to hell with it, I'm not asking her no more. I apologize and I'm done with it. Just absolutely done with it. Anyway, so then after that, we actually got Ashley and Katie, and they're 2 guys. Ashley's husband and then Katie's boyfriend. And because remember, Katie's boyfriend is actually like 43 years old, and then Ashley's husband is, I think it was 55. So, and they both have the interracial couples. This episode, the little interracial thing came up, so we're gonna talk about that. Just a damn mess. But they sit and they talk, and it really wasn't anything real It was no real big shebang. The only funny thing that came out of that is when Andrew uh, described that goddamn Karen. He said her ass was old, haggard, and stuck up. And I about fell on the floor. I said, okay, these men on this little program don't hold back too much. So I kind of laughed about that. I laughed. Um, okay, so the whole interracial thing. Okay, so Karen's daughter, Raven, is actually going to the prom. So her date comes and all of that. Karen's talking to her husband like he's a child or like he's just an idiot. This guy, he does IT and you're telling him about taking a picture. Well, maybe if you step back, this, that, thing. She really talked down to him. I'm like, talking to this motherfucker like he got Alzheimer's. You know, I didn't like it. I just don't like the way she handles him, but he allows it, so hey, whatever. Um, so she made light of the fact that the little guy who took Raven to the prom is a white guy. You all know how I feel about that. I dream in color. I don't live in color. So I don't care about that whole thing. I like what likes me back. I wouldn't give a fuck if it was white, blue, black, green, or purple. Long as he loves me back or likes me a lot, then we could do this. I don't live in that kind of a world. So um, that whole thing didn't bother me. What bothered me was the comment that dumbass Karen made, which says, we didn't have a problem about the fact that the guy is Caucasian that's taking Raven out. And all that shows me is that she's doing what we taught her. Okay, see, now I do have a problem with that because you taught her to go and get a white mate. Where do they teach that? Like, who? I mean, I know in the black community, a lot of times, a whole lot of times when I was growing up, folks, I didn't get that talk because unfortunately I didn't like girls. But I remember my cousins and stuff being told, "Don't bring no white girl up in here," okay, and a mess. So I know that. But where did we start telling the girls, "Child, you go and get you a white boy. You go get you a white man and bring him on home, honey." Child can't stand all this color racial bullshit. I can't stand it. But it just sounds so bad. It really sounds bad. It sounds like one, you were raising a gold digger. I could have, and then then you threw that race card in there. Like there's no black kid that's gonna be good enough. It just looked bad and it sound bad, and I really didn't like it. One parent to another. I didn't care for it. I didn't care for it. And I have black boys. I I don't care what they bring. Bring it. Whatever it is, bring it. And if it likes you, then I guess I'll have to like it, no matter what it is. But I just didn't like that. I didn't care for it. I didn't care for how it sounded. It just didn't look good. And it just further went into the fact that Karen is a crazy old bitch in general. And you're already rich, but I guess you're like gearing your daughter to go and trap herself another rich white man. Because I guess that black one that you trapped wasn't good enough for you. But if you don't go sit your old maleficent looking ass somewhere down, she's just a damn mess. Okay, so then we have Karen and Sharice get together. They actually invite out Ashley and Katie and treat them like clowns. They treated them like walking, talking Barbie dolls. They actually had them trying on bathing suits because Karen was trying to find a bathing suit for Raven. So she's using them to do it, and they're treating them like puppets, and they're going in and out of the dressing room and coming out and twirling around in their little bathing suits and everything. And her and Sharice's ugly ass is sitting there, and they're literally down talking them, making fun of them. Both you bitches are sitting over there looking like absolute shit. And you talking down about these young girls. Hating old motherfuckers. Hating. really hating. And the thing that I saw was Ashley. Ashley is totally equipped with the ass kisser gene. She was just making up, really just falling all over Karen. And Karen had the nerve to actually tell her, you have to earn your way into the circle. This, that, the other. First of all, I would never deal with a bitch that was talking to me like that. There's nothing that I need to be a part of that I got to kiss somebody's ass to get into it. Because I can't do it. If I got to kiss so much ass to get into a circle that I got to eat peppermint for the next 10 years to get the taste and the smell of ass out of my mouth, I'm not going to play a part in. Okay? Ass in the mouth, for me, that's taboo. All the way across the board. Now, y'all take that and do what you want with it. But ass, mouth, taboo. Wrong answer. So I didn't care for that. I'm not equipped with the ass kisser gene. I never was. Child, fuck all that. I ain't got time for that. But Ashley was just eating it up, eating it up, eating it up. And Karen was just eating up the fact that Ashley was playing up to her. Oh, yes, because that could be your way into the crowd, this, that, and the other. She invites these whores to a whiskey tasting. They literally all sat in their confessionals and talked shit about the place. It's like it looked like a wine cellar kind of place. That was the decor that they created. Whoever's place it was down in the basement, and they come in there, and I laughed so hard at old Maleficent when she comes down there and she's saying, "I'm dressed to the nines." No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not with that little white suit on. She had this little white palazzo pants suit on and this little cheesy little camisole and all them heavy ass titties. She looked a shitty mess. Dressed to the nines. Girl, you wasn't even dressed to 7:30, let alone to the nines. Come on, Miss Karen Annie. Stop it. Stop it, girl. She's a hot mess. But she talks shit. And Gizelle even talks shit. Even Robin's old broke ass talks shit. And as we found that out in this episode, Miss Robin, girl, you kind of broke, honey. But okay, no real big issue, But okay, she's sitting around considering relocating with this ex-husband that ain't really no ex. I mean, I just don't get it. You got an ex-husband that you fucking every night. That's just ridiculous. And it just sounds like a recipe for disaster. But you do what you want to do, girl. But that just sounds dumb to me. I just don't get it. He's your man, but you dating him, but he ain't dating you. Yeah, okay, bitch. Let's see how that work out for you. Sounds a little stupid to me. But anyway, okay, so moving on. So I'm laughing at them. They're tasting the little whiskeys and all that. And that goddamn Gizelle is down. She's clowning. Giselle's getting drunker and drunker as they go on, okay? And she's sipping this whiskey. She's come up. She said, "Ooh, that one tastes like a dirty shoe. Ooh, this one tastes like butt crack." I was like, "Oh," I said, "Okay, Miss Gizelle, you better watch it, honey. Watch your mouth, girl. You be done told all your business, honey." I sat and laughed at that mess. Then they actually went into this whole thing, and Gizelle got good and high. And she says, "You know what, Karen? I'm really glad that we actually had the time to sit down and do what we do and squash the beef that we actually had. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed our time. And I haven't had a chance to talk to Sharice. And Sharice is sitting right there to talk about the bitch just like she wasn't there. And I got such she paid the bitch dust. So Sharice is sitting over there saying, "She fucking talking about me. I ain't here." Yeah, bitch, did you catch that? Because you ain't shit. Bitch, go find your husband. But anyway, so they end up bickering back and forth again. And she just Sharice wasn't interested in making up. So in the meantime, between time, then old Ashley, naturally, we found out she's looking at Robin and Gizelle like they're shit. because she's in with these two old bitches. And so she decides she gonna jump on the bandwagon with Gizelle and giving girl, well, me and you at some point are gonna have to have a conversation because you called me a thought. And I don't know who she thought Gizelle was, but she got to meet Gizelle because you were acting thought-esque. She said you were humping on her. And that's something that a hoe would do. And you were distributing hoish behavior, so then you must be a hoe. I said, yes, Miss Giselle, bitch. Yes. Now, see, this is why I like Giselle. She'll stand up in her shit. You were distributing hoe-like behavior, bitch, then you must be a hoe. Here goes, I called you a fight. Now, bitch, what you going to do? But then they went back and forth, and then they squashed it. Right there at the table. They squashed the beef. At this point, Sharice is feeling like an idiot because of how she did. And Ashley is a quarter of her age. And Ashley was able to act like a lady and take care of the situation that she had with Gizelle. So then Sharice gets up with her fake ass and walks over. And still, with that grandioso attitude, stand, please. I just want to, let's just move forward. It's that thing. You were shamed into moving forward. We see you, Sharice. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You just as corny. And I will be tearing your ass up from week to week until I see something different because you are full of shit. And on that, that's all I have for the Housewives of Potomac for this week. So that was it. That's all they did. Um, They're a mess. Child. Etiquette. Class. Where? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Y'all know how that works. I'll talk to all you all next week. All right, guys. Bye.